Why did you choose to become a writer?
You know, I think I've always been a writer. I just didn't realize it. When I was a really little girl, I used to make my own books. So I'd write my own stories and I'd create the little covers and I'd either staple them or glue them together. And then on the cover, I'd make a special design and then I'd put my name very proudly at the bottom. So that was the beginning of my writing career, I think. But then over the years, I sort of set it aside because it wasn't practical or realistic. And that's something that happens, I think, with a lot of dreams, is that people do set them aside and they go on to do something else that might be somewhat related, but it isn't necessarily their real dream.
Tell us about the subject of your book.
Dream Bigger. It's about dreaming the real dream, the bigger dream. And I believe we all have dreams. And I think that, like I mentioned before, we tend to set them aside because we're told they're not realistic or practical, or maybe we tried it once and it just didn't work itself out. And what I believe now is that it's important to keep dreaming and to dream bigger all the time, because there's always a bigger and better dream waiting for us around the next corner.
What made you write about this subject?
Personal experience, but also through my work as a coach. I work with a lot of people who want to pursue a dream but don't really know how to go about it. So in the book, I provide people with very practical steps that they can follow to figure out what their dream is and then to make it actually become a reality. I've also included interviews with people from around the world who may have started out with a smaller, maybe more personal dream, and then it morphed into something beyond anything they could have imagined for themselves and ended up having a community or a global impact. And I found these people so inspiring that I decided to include them in the book.
Do you have any future writing plans?
Oh, definitely. Now that I'm finally admitting to myself that I'm a writer, and of course now I've got a published book, so it's pretty hard to avoid that, I'm getting into my next book, and right now it appears that my next book is going to be about a traveling journey I did through Ireland 2 years ago. And I traveled by myself for 3 months, and I went by foot and hiking and walking and by train and by bus, and met the most amazing people and had extraordinary experiences. And so I can hardly wait to share this with the world.
And the contest, tell us about that.
Oh, now that's exciting too. This is called the Dream Bigger Reinvention Challenge, and it runs from October the 1st to November the 29th this year. And the idea is that people can post a video of what their dream is online for the contest. Other people can come and they can vote on the dreams, the ones that they really, really like. And then at the very end of it, there's some amazing prizes that will help the grand prize winner move his or her dream forward. In addition to that, anybody who enters the contest is going to get a one-pager that tells them some very simple steps for how they can move their dream forward. So I think it's really exciting, and I can hardly wait to see some of the dreams that come forward through this contest. And I really, really hope that by sharing our dreams with each other, we're going to inspire each other to even greater heights beyond anything we could have imagined and have an impact on our community.